This is a Hot Pie Media original.
Let's talk about love for a second. In particular, not even love. Let's just talk about flirting. I read... Oh. I wonder if she has any male clients. There's the first question for all of you. Is there a market? Maybe there is. I can be out of touch oftentimes. Very out of touch. Most of the time, actually. Are there any male clients? So here is a woman who, and she's probably not the only one. She is a flirting consultant, an online flirting consultant. So let me ask you, what's that worth to you, the paying customer, male or female? So let me just tell you how this exchange went down. So I'm reading this story about a woman who went to a flirting consultant. Her last name is Noble. When Noble asked what flirting means to me, I said, just think of playfulness and not take things too seriously. It's another way to feel intimacy, but less serious. She generally agreed with my definition and also said good flirting is characterized by warmth. Now, I'm going to tell you all this because we haven't identified the price yet for a consultancy on online flirting. Connection on a deep level is the new flirting. Energy, vibing, all that stuff. Flirting is about connecting on an energetic level in my mind, she said. Okay. Again, what's that advice worth to you? Learning how to flirt online. For dudes, that means not showing yourself naked. That's a good start. Okay? Not the obligatory mirror picture when you have no triceps. Not that one. So what's this worth? Online flirting consultant. That's $5,000. For $5,000, well, I was about to say something about sex, but I better not say that because this is about flirting. This is not about sex. That would be a dude thing to say. A dude might say, for $5,000, everybody needs to be having sex and a lot of it. But that's not correct. This is about online flirting, and the program is $5,000. Yeah. Wow. She's the founder of Love Amy. She works one-on-one with singles to teach them how to flirt on dating apps. For $5,000, clients get flirting coaching, in-person date coaching, and on-demand support. I was about to say something sexual again, but that would be a terrible thing to do. Are there any male clients? What is the success rate of the flirting coaching, in-person date coaching, and on-demand support? Like, what kind of on-demand support? Things are going horribly. He hates my cat. What do I do? How about putting the phone up, first of all, while we're on a date? And maybe not texting your coach right now? Because I don't like your cat. Stop showing me pictures of your cat and stop chatting with your dating coach. $5,000 for online, this is online flirting coaching, in-person date coaching. Does that mean she goes? What does she look like? Hang on. Is she coming along? I mean, you know what? You can do what you want with your $5,000. I don't think if you want to meet a guy, if you wanted you two to connect, don't bring her for $5,000. I don't think it's going to end well for you. I think it might end well for her. I don't think it's going to end well for you if you bring the dating coach with you. I'm staring at her picture now, and don't bring her. It's not going to work out for you. It's going to work out. He's going to want to talk to her. No. He wants to be with her, not you. So for $5,000, you now get online flirting coaching. And the whole story is about how she walks you through flirting. You know what the example was? So she walks her through this this meeting, kind of an example, for $5,000, right? And so she does this role playing with a guy on Bumble. Okay, so here's how this thing plays out. She says, I saw Mike's profile. He said he didn't understand the concept of a nap. I froze. How could I flirt with someone who dissed one of my favorite pastimes? Coach, can I step in for just a second here? This is free advice from a guy. Maybe it's terrible advice. Maybe that's why you're making $5,000, but just throwing this out there. The coach who is smoking hot and looks 28. But coach, just from the guy's perspective, just saying the debating online right off the bat about napping and cats, just saying it's not a great start. Maybe we don't start with napping. Your favorite thing is napping. What's their next favorite thing? Eating? Just throwing it out. I'm out of touch. I'm clueless. I have no expertise on relationships whatsoever, but I'll charge you less than $5,000 to give you a piece of advice, not to say your favorite thing to do is nap and eat. John McClellan is the co-founder and creator of ATX Hot Sauce, now in all 50 states and several retail outlets as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to let this social media rock star chef walk us through 4 different sauces, and then I'll taste, and we'll tell everyone why they should buy. You can give the science behind these, and then I'll make the simple recommendation. Go to atxhotsauce.com. All right,
I don't think anybody's heard the website.
Yeah, I know.
About you, Jeff, but it is atxhotsauce.com.
I'll say
I got that one right.
45 times, atxhotsauce.com. So let's do it.
I brought 4 flavors here, and we're going to test your palate today. Okay. And I only brought 4 because I didn't think you could handle 5 or 6.
Yes,
probably a smart move. Yeah. And so the first one we're going to try here, it's called Beet Heat. And just like the name implies, it has beets in it. It's made with red Fresno peppers. Red Fresnos are red peppers that are they're hotter than a jalapeno and a little bit less than a serrano. So not super hot here, just a lot of really good flavor. So we're going to start with this one, and then we're going to move up the chain.
Okay. I've had the Beet Heat, but okay.
Yeah, we're going to try it though.
It goes well with a cab. All right, Jeff's savoring Beet
I'll
Heat.
even do it with you, so that should be all right. Now remember, it is hot sauce.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's hot sauce. Trust me, man.
Wait, is that one hot to you?
No, a little.
Yeah. The great thing with the fermentation process is you get a bunch of the flavor right up front.
Yeah.
And then the heat comes, but then it dissipates pretty quickly, especially with the red Fresnos. You know, this is not a very spicy one, but it is a very tasty one. Goes on great on sandwiches.
Beet Heat.
Beet Heat. B-E-E-T. Heat.
All right. Go to atxhotsauce.com.
That's right.
So we've got a hurricane. You know what that means. I mean, not the obvious stuff. Losing power, death, destruction. That's all obvious. We've got the not so obvious, but we have our typical, you know what comes when there's a hurricane. Every TV person has to scramble for what? The obligatory I'm getting blown away shot. I mean, it's I wonder, though, I really do have a legitimate question. So I'm kind of over my obsession with meteorologists, but I used to have this obsession with meteorologists, female meteorologists. I don't know what, I just wanted to have coffee or wine with them. I just found them so pleasant. But so I don't know how you get into New Orleans or Port Aransas in the middle of a hurricane so fast. I don't know. Everyone's going that way, and the meteorologists have got a traffic jam going that way because they all have to get the obligatory, I'm about to get blown away shot. I'm a little skeptical that could be happening like in a studio somewhere. I don't know. Maybe not. So they do they hurry down there. They hurry to New Orleans to then get out there by the beach or whatever. My favorite is sometimes when, they're overreacting and the hurricane is days away and they go, I'm out, look at the swells. And then there's, people out there picking up seashells and kids swimming in the ocean and they look out, here it comes. But when it really hits, they do that obligatory thing where they're hanging onto a light pole. I'm in the eye of the storm kind of thing. And The most famous of all, though, is Geraldo Rivera one time. I think it was here on the Texas coast, and Geraldo's trying to set it up. He's shirtless, he's like wearing a Speedo or something, and he's acting as if he saved an entire village from a hurricane, and the wind's barely blowing, and then like a little bitty wave comes up and knocks his feet out from under him, and then you hear these firefighters laughing out loud. That's my favorite. But let's just do it. Let's do our obligatory I may not survive the wind gusts shot. This one in particular is from, it's been a while since I've mentioned Al Roker's name. Al is like how old now? 96? So Al Roker of NBC, I guess he's NBC. Is Jane Pauley still hosting the Today Show with Gene Shalit? Are they still on there? So it's Jane Pauley, Gene Shalit, Tom Brokaw, and Al Roker. Al and his whoever's doing the news cannot stop giggling. So this giggling airhead is trying to chat with Al as Al is battling the elements, and Al is not happy.
Al, this looks like a monster storm that's coming. What can you tell us?
All right, sorry, I guess we lost communication, Chuck. Right now, we are looking at imminent landfall of this storm. Winds of 150 miles per hour are right now forecast.
Oh boy! Al! Al's walked all the way out into the beach just to make sure he gets hit with a few waves, and he's getting hit with some waves. It's happening. There he is, 96-year-old Al Roker, out in the surf. I'm no expert. When he says, I think it's hitting, or it's going to hit, it looks to me like it's hitting there, Al. So there he is with the Sunday morning guys, okay? Here's my favorite. This is Al, who is now standing in New Orleans. Looks like it's drizzling a little bit and partly cloudy. And he's now chatting with this airhead.
We have video of your hit on Meet the Press and what happened to you there. Let's have it. We can see you right there. I like to call that the Roker Stance. Standing strong up against the wind, but the water is slapping around. And at a certain point, it's going to come where the big water hits you. How long?
Look, it's one of these things, and folks on Twitter have been, well, first of all, why is NBC putting him out there? I volunteered to come out here. This is what I do. I've done this for 40 years. Our crews, and we all make sure we're safe. We're not going to do something that's going to put ourselves at harm's way. Right. As much as I love the weather and I love NBC, I'm not going to risk my life for it. Secondly, a number of people, well, he's too old to be doing this. Well, hey, guess what? Screw you, okay? Try to keep up. Keep up, okay? So
Al Roker.
These young punks. I will come after them. I will drop them like a bag of dirt.
Settle down, old man. Back off, Al. Jeez, what kind of scene was that? What's worse, Al bowing up when it's partly cloudy and drizzling? I'm not denying Al was out there in the surf and got hit with a big wave. But the next shot, when he's talking to that 12-year-old who's giggling away, I don't know who that guy is, and I don't really care. But the next shot, it's partly cloudy. I mean, follow this exchange. What is screw you? Wait, what? Is that how they talk? Would Gene Shalit ever say screw you? Would Jane Pauley on the morning show say screw you? Would Tom Brokaw say screw you? You settle down, Albert.
They will be at 155 miles per hour. Storm surges upwards of 15 to 16 feet, 20 inches of rain or more with this system. The eye wall, 15 miles wide with 150 mile per hour winds. It's basically a 15-mile wide F3 tornado. That's what's coming in to this area. And so as this system comes in, people have hunkered down. They are doing their best.
Yeah. I dare you to walk 10 more feet out in the ocean there, Albert. Okay, but then he moves himself to dry land, and he's chatting with this rocket scientist here. This is Edward R. Murrow talking to Al Roker. Come on, Albert. Come on, giggling host. Come on, giggling host. This is the Sunday show with Jonathan. I don't even know Jonathan's last name. But Jonathan just giggles at everything. He's doing the obligatory morning show thing. He's going to laugh and giggle a lot. All right, Al, let's hear it. Screw you, says Al.
And what happened to you there? Let's have it. We can see you right there. I like to call that the Roker Stance. You know, standing strong up against the wind, but the water is slapping around. And at a certain point, it's going to come where the big water hits you. How long?
Yeah, you know, look. It's one of these things, and folks on Twitter have been, well, first of all, why is NBC putting him out there? I volunteered to come out here. This is what I do. I've done this for 40 years. Our crews, and we all make sure we're safe. We're not going to do something that's going to put ourselves at harm's way.
Right.
As much as I love the weather and I love NBC, I'm not going to risk my life for it. Secondly, a number of people, well, he's too old to be doing this. Well, hey, guess what? Screw you, okay? Try to keep up. Keep up. Okay? So
Al Roker.
These young punks. I will come after them. I will drop them like a bag of dirt.
Okay. I'm glad that was so funny to the giggling host. Wow, you're good, buddy. Al. I thought he'd be talking to Gene Shalit or Jane Pauley there. I didn't know who he's talking to. I don't know who Jonathan is, the morning show with Jonathan. I didn't know he had taken Jane Pauley's spot on the Today Show.
From the Hot Pie Media Studios in Austin, Texas, it's the Jeff Ward Show. Listen at jeffwardshow.com.